Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? Captain Banana, thank you. Hello, Knox Bill. Hello, Paula. Whew. Water is good. So let's see. Who cares about tonight's question? Tonight's poll, do you think gaming will make a comeback in 2025? Hey, Bianca in the house. Orlick W, what's good? So, Lex Luthor, what's going on? There's a reason why I asked this question. And we'll get to it. And you'll probably see why. CFTC subpoenas Coinbase in their Polymarket case. I don't know that Polymarket case is going to go forward. I mean, going to be a new regime in a little while. Going to be a new SEC chairman. So I don't know. I really don't think it's going to go forward. I mean, it could. But really? You know what I mean? I'm kind of thinking, nah, you know? Sorry, I feel like I got stuff in my mouth. So the reason why I don't think it's going to go forward is because the new regime is there, and I'm trying to understand what they did wrong. You know, the street court, I don't know what they did wrong. Tell me something. I think that's why I think that case goes away, because I think it's a weak case. Coinbase comes up with some documents or something. About what? I just don't see it. I mean, right now it's just an investigation, but I think that investigation should be dropped. Like, I don't know. What are you investigating? People bet on some stuff. So what? You're gonna subpoena the racetrack because they were giving odds? I don't know. I just think it's a weak case. Fidelity is predicting that a new wave of inflation is going to actually benefit Bitcoin in 2025. If I play that out in my head, what I see is, yeah, that could be true. Like, I honestly think that could be true. The only reason why is because fiat takes a nosedive. I'll put my money over here because it'll be safer. Notice how I said safer. Does Bitcoin take a hit? Maybe. But does Bitcoin come back? Yeah. Will it come back faster and have more value than the dollar? Ooh, again, yeah. So there's a lot going on there that I sit back and I just kind of go, Fidelity could be onto something. Right? They really could be onto something. Of course, they have a Bitcoin ETF and they could just be positioning it as like a hedge against the dollar. Hedge against inflation, actually. Same thing. What is inflation? It's the devaluing of a fiat. It is the constant devaluing of a fiat. Inflation can come down, but that doesn't mean that the prices aren't going up. Prices go up no matter what, for whatever reason. So there's that. What else we got going on? I'll leave that. Actually, no, this is good for Cardano. I kind of don't want to say it because Hutanik's not here yet, but he'll catch the replay. So, the Football Club Barcelona, or FC Barcelona, is partnering with Cardano to strengthen their NFT space and their NFT offerings to get more people involved. That's actually a very big deal for Cardano. Cardano is looking for new use cases, and that's a very big deal. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting back and I'm going, oh, that's good. So they're going to have NFTs, smart contracts. They're going for interoperability. Still, I think they need bigger deals. I think Cardano needs bigger deals. And the reason why I think it needs bigger deals is because Chainlink is making some big deals. I think there was also a faux pas by Charles Hoskinson announcing that, yeah, Brad Garlinghouse gave $5 million to have dinner with Trump. It wasn't $5 million to have dinner with Trump. He was making an inaugural donation, basically giving Trump money and kissing the ring, right? But when you think about it, that's just lobbying. It's just lobbying. Let me make sure that my stable coin is seen in good light. That's what lobbyists do. He's the CEO of a company. You're the number one lobbyist. Been here, then where's patient one? I'm just saying. I'm not saying we don't appreciate you, sir. I'm just, just saying. Patient one would be nice. Patient one would be nice. Haven't heard from her in a little bit. I don't even hear from her when you're acting up. That's when I need her the most. What else is there? Citigroup analysts identify Ethereum and Shiba Inu as keys to the next alt season? Yeah, figures you would have no freaking comment. I don't know about that. I mean, Ethereum and Shiba Inu. That's even an odd combination. Like what are they thinking? They're saying Ethereum's dominance in DeFi, Shiba Inu's, growing ecosystem. I mean, they're not wrong, but is that going to be key to alt season revival? Well, actually, if you're looking at them as just a spark, they could have a point. You plead the fifth. Oh man, you're already in the corner. You're already in the corner. Pleading the fifth, because pleading the fifth automatically means you're guilty. So yeah, you're definitely in the corner. Standard Chartered secures a crypto custody license in Luxembourg. That is actually a very big deal. You do anything in Europe, it starts in Luxembourg. It's one of the key places in Europe if you're going to start doing something. So getting licensed there, that is huge. Huge, huge. So I'm sitting back and I'm kind of like, ooh, there's more to come. There is more to come. And that license is good for MiCA. That was bad. The MiCA regulations. If you're old like me, you know what Formica is. I'm just saying. Seattle Mo, what's good? So when you look at those things, you're kind of like, wow, that's an interesting move. That's a very interesting move, right? So I'm sitting back and I'm kind of like, yeah, because there's with being licensed in Luxembourg, there's another shoe to drop. So that's what I'll be looking for from Standard Chartered. Standard Chartered has been making moves over the past few years, and that's a really big move. So I'm happy about that. From a chess perspective, I'm like really, really happy about that. Some people might be thinking, why? Because it shows more adoption. It shows more adoption. It shows that they're actually doing stuff. Like from a broad-based perspective, institutions are doing things, but that means they're also doing things to pull in retail. Ta-da! Right? I mean, that institutional move is to pull in, perform custodial services for institutions, but also retail. So I'm sitting back and I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to see the other shoe to drop. Then BitGet Wallet introduces an AI trading zone in the wallet. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that basically just tells me you're trying to turn your exchange into a Wall Street type exchange where bots rule the roost. Can't get mad at it. I mean, Bots were always going to be there. Now it's just a matter of, well, what are the quality of the bots that people are going to leverage and that kind of stuff. So I'm just wondering, how does that actually play out? Stick to the topic, Hutanic. Stick to the topic. Killing me. Other big news. Block is on track to become the first Bitcoin treasury firm in the S&P 500. Block, led by Jack Dorsey, is approaching the S&P 500 inclusion with Bitcoin holdings of over 14.4 thousand BTC. Its focus on Bitcoin and blockchain innovation positions it as a leader in integrating crypto into traditional financial markets. That's always been his plan. It's always been his plan. Except that's Block as a whole, but Cash App is a part of Block. And I look at Cash App as, a kind of pseudo exchange, a one crypto exchange. I'm laughing at you, Hutanic. I'm not even mad about it because you know what? That's a good topic for you. That's a good topic for you. I'm not mad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Anything I can put a smile on your face, yeah, it can't be all that bad, right? Leroy Tice, what's good? VJ in his house. My day was beautiful. Thank you very much. I hope yours was too. So I'm looking at that Block move. Are you starting to see a pattern with all these moves? Because I'm kind of like, ooh, these are not small moves. CleanSpark surpasses 10,000 BTC and is now the fourth largest corporate Bitcoin holder. The Bitcoin's mining operations and acquisitions continue to expand its presence in the Bitcoin ecosystem. That's not a small feat. Which also means they're not that far behind Block. And none of them are even close to, to MicroStrategy. So we won't even bring that up. That'd be mean. That would be mean. For all those who have not heard tonight's question, do you think gaming will make a comeback in 2025? Yes, no, other. And if you answer other, I had better see something in the comments. So get with it. If somebody answered other and I don't see a reason. So there's that. So yeah, I'm looking at things and I'm just kind of like, there are a lot of deals going on. Now, for tonight's question is for a reason. I'll give you a few of them. So Ronin partners with Transact to simplify NFT and crypto purchases. Onboarding. Ronin's big in the game space. Right? No, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, VJ. It's big in the gaming space. Blockchain gaming firm Virtuals Protocol partners with AI agents, right? I think it's Illuvium, or something like that. I saw another deal with Illuvium, and I think this one is it. Protocol to integrate AI agents into its games, enhancing player interactions and gameplay dynamics. Now, I told you, I want to say a week or two ago, that Hutanic sent me a link, and in that link was a Charles Hoskinson interview. And he was talking about, AI in the gaming space and how these non-player characters and PCs had come together and created basically their own ecosystem. They had a governance model. They had all that stuff. They created a government. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying, so imagine AI let loose in the metaverse and how the gaming experience or just even the tour experience or the shopping experience, how all of that would just be ridiculously dynamic. Take it one step further and move away from NPCs and move it to, real characters within the show, within whatever space you're in. And you can go to the store and one of these AI characters would interact with you, asking you all the right questions about what you want to buy, what your size is, what color shades you want, just all kinds of things. Just saying, AI is going to change a lot of different things very, very quickly. I was reading an article today about how, who was it that said it? It was Bloomberg. Bloomberg said that AI could probably take about 200,000 jobs over the next 2 to 3 years. Remember the other day I was telling you guys that AI can do a lot of things for big business, medium business, small business. If you're a small or medium sized business, instead of hiring new people, I can upskill my current staff, give them AI tools, and increase, productivity to a huge level. I want you to think about, for those of us that are old enough, there used to be a thing called SneakerNet. That's inter-office memos and communications. Yeah, literally SneakerNet, because the mailroom dudes and ladies would wear sneakers because they had to walk all around the offices. And if there were multiple offices, they were going outside and delivering all that stuff. So you sit there and you're kind of like, dang. Then email came. The first version of email was only within the company. So inter-office memos, I can shut down a huge chunk of work from my mailroom because nobody's mailing anything. They're emailing everything. Then after that came just general email. I can email anybody across the world. That was huge. So when I think about AI, I'm thinking about that level of integration, of, just doing things. Now take that AI view and couple that with blockchain, couple that with automation. See where I'm going? The more you train your AI, the more you can have it do. Want to do research? You could have AI help you do research. So now that 10, 15 minutes just gets better. Just gets better. Like we have a few features coming up that will enable us to look back at all of the articles that we've done. Now think about this. We're talking like 10, 20 articles a day. What? 6, almost 7 days a week? Imagine how much data we're sitting on. Imagine if I could just say, give me all the mentions about, or go get all of the mentions about X and then analyze it and give me a timeline of events and give me a quick report. Ain't that crazy? Because you know how I sit here and sometimes I'll go, I remember something, and I'll go and I'll look at my notes. AI would be able to do that like this. But we're actually thinking about making that a feature on the new site. So imagine you'd be able to just say, well, they have a whole bunch of information. And we're talking about not just a super search. You know how you can go to different websites and you can search for something and it'll come back with all the articles for that? No, that's not what we're talking about. That's just searching. We're talking about search and analysis. Give me the common threads about everything that's happened for this project, that company, whatever. Ooh, tell me that does not sound like freaking awesome. Yes, VJ, good and evil always exists in each situation. The AI will be good and bad depending on who is using it, who's in charge of it. Yo, Dynasty Visions, what's good? Pause said, I didn't mean to vote. I picked up my phone and hit other by accident. It happens. It happens. I thumb dial people sometimes, not realizing my phone is on, and I'll hit it and then it'll dial people. And I'm like, oh, no. Then they call back and be like, no, I didn't mean to call you. I don't even like you. Click. Just joking. Paula, you're awfully quiet. I don't know why you're so quiet, Paula. You shouldn't be so quiet, Paula. It's almost like you're afraid to get put in the corner. Not saying, just saying. Pause, by the way, priority. Made for you by. Oh, yeah, okay. Belongs to the user because of OpenAI policy. That's right. That's right. I saw something ingenuous and interesting today. What was it? What was it, Lex? Two AI debaters being judged by 10 AI judges. If you let if you allow that debate to go on, probably gonna switch over like that. It all depends on how you train it. If you train it for a specific thing, give it specific information, it's only going to work with that information. So if you don't have anything negative, it's not going to know to say anything negative unless it gets injected by mistake from something outside of that training set. It's all up to the person that's creating it. Mistakes happen. Bias happens. So just saying, I mean, it's you can say, well, I'm going to give all the information for this side of the argument to this one and the other side of the argument to this one, and they'll go at it, right? And then at that point, when they're going at it, they're sharing information with each other, and then conversation goes on. So we'll see. Inject news, inject anything else, you can see how that goes. But I'm specifically looking at it as, how does AI play into Wall Street? Like I said, 200,000 jobs within the next 2 or 3 years. Bye-bye. That's what Bloomberg is expecting. Talk truth, what's good? So I sit there and I just kind of go, oh, so you had bots, take trading jobs, right? Now you're going to have more sophisticated bots because they'll inject AI into those bots. Gary, Angie, what's going on? And so you'll see those bots and you'll kind of be like, okay, so now those bots are doing stuff. More jobs gone. What do all those traders do? 200,000 Wall Street related jobs. That's just Wall Street. We're not talking about crypto, business, any of that stuff. Just Wall Street. I must have missed something, Hotanic. Right? So I'm just looking at how technology is playing out, how it's being used, and how all that news affects my bags. 200,000 jobs leaving Wall Street over the next 2 to 3 years due to AI, which says Sam Altman wasn't wrong when he got out there and said AI is ready to take jobs. It's ready to do human jobs. See what I mean? It's here. So that's going to affect my bag. Economically, 200,000 people out of work. High-end skills out of work. How many financial advisors do I need if I can train AI to be a financial advisor? I can feed AI stock information, like up to the second stock information, have AI analyze it and be my financial advisor. You could see that happening. I could literally take books about financial advice, feed it to AI, let AI train off of it, and then interact with AI with real-time information. I can do the same with crypto. There are people out there already using AI for pseudo, basically for paralegal work. What does that do to the economy when you have so many people out of work? It's not just a technology thing. It's an impact all the way around. So you've got to do an analysis all the way around. Now you know why I was telling you guys, got to do your research every day, 15 minutes a day. I'm still looking for people to sign up. Who actually did research 15 minutes today? I want to know. Drop me a comment. I want to know who did 15 minutes of research today. Hutanic, you don't count. Paula, you don't count. Because I already know that you guys did the research. I'm just reading to make sure I didn't miss anything. Of course, but can AI only be injected, or is it capable of searching? Yes, it is. You have to tell it what its range is. You kind of want to keep it pure and train off of what you want it to train on. So if I'm getting pure data, the way I build my bots, I want to pull in pure data, right? So market information, verifiable information, have it analyze that information. I can have AI go out and get market sentiment, look at the hard information, put that together, and give me an idea. Right? Thank you, VJ. I'm glad you did. C4 Bangalore, what's good? So I've got a few people that have done their research. Who else was supposed to do their research? Yeah, and you can build your own agents. It's not as hard as you think, but it's also not as easy as what people say it is. But imagine going out and saying, well, I can get all the CPA information and put it in a book and boom, just drop books in and boom, train it off of that. I can do that for trading. I can do that for almost anything, but you have to know how to train it. You have to know how to train it. So it takes some work, but it can be done. Not everybody wants to muck around like that because it takes a little bit of technology expertise. But because you know how to do it, or because you know what it takes to do it, when you talk to somebody like me who knows how to do it, you can be like, oh, I want one of those and I want it geared for this. And here's additional data from what I have. Because what did I just tell you? We're building an agent that will go through all the articles that we have now and keep munching on all the articles that we create so that we can quickly create dossiers on anything that we've written an article about. And come back with recent market sentiment. Come back with recent market numbers. Come back with recent market news. Ooh, that's powerful, right? I know I'm being bad. I'm telling you about stuff that I'm not supposed to be telling you about just yet. But, I had to share with the community a little bit. This is what we have coming. It's actually on the roadmap, and it's I'm not going to say it's done, but the ability to reason is fruition. Do I need it to reason just yet? I need it so it can't reason right now, but it can weigh. Know what I mean? That's what it's going to come in steps. AI is not reasoning yet. It's not reasoning yet, but it can weigh, right? It can take all that information and weigh that information and tell you something. And then you can take that information in and see whether or not you agree. Oh, this prick. One of my guys is still working. He just sent me a screenshot of the new administrative website. I have to say, it's kind of hot. So yeah, I had to respond to that. Leroy Tice 15 plus. That's what I'm talking about. DMAC, by the way, welcome. Glad to see you around. Did you see my response to your message before? Where you said it's going to be an XRP year. Yes, but I think it's going to be a Ripple year. I think it's going to be a Ripple year. It's not just XRP. I think it's going to be XRP, RLUSD. I think they're going to do a lot of stuff with XRPL. So I think it's a Ripple kind of year. And not freaking small. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. If there was a coin out there that I thought that could surpass Ethereum, it is Ripple. Ripple could definitely do it. Solana? It still cracks me up. Oh, Lex. Yeah, for real, dude. For real. RLUSD, XRP, XRPL with Chainlink attached. What? Excuse me? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have no idea how much we want to build a DApp tapping into Chainlink with all the stuff we do. And that takes a lot to hold back. It takes a lot. It takes willpower. I don't have a lot of willpower. What was announced today? Lex Luthor, what was announced today? Oh no. Those guys at Ripple are not, those people at Ripple are not playing to win. They're playing to win. Take your breakfast, lunch, dinner, leave all the dishes from the week. That's how they're rolling. They're not playing games. Yeah, Ripple and XRP are two different investments. However, right? Oh no, that wasn't announced today. I told you about that like what, yesterday, day before? Come on, man, catch up. Where were you? You were here. What you talking about, Willis? So yeah, Chainlink and XRP was announced a while ago. RLUSD and Chainlink was announced yesterday or the day before. I gave you that news. See, now you're gonna make me look for it. So Chainlink, no, not that one. This one. Yeah, no, that was yesterday. I think the day before is the first time I mentioned it. The day before is the first time I mentioned it. I know, but that news was out there, bro. I brought it to you before. Go check the articles. Go check the articles. I told you about it yesterday and a little bit the day before, because the president of Ripple came out and was like, "Yeah, we're doing this. We've got RLUSD doing stuff." Like, yeah, no, she was out there with that. I expect the new administration to come out and make some bold statements. They're going to set the tone for 2025. I think they're going to make some bold mistakes. I think they're going to try to do what they said they were going to do, but I think they're going to make some really bold mistakes. Right? Like, I don't think Powell was wrong. I was talking about it the other day. I don't think Powell was wrong. I think the Fed is saying, listen, you don't really know how that works, so please stop talking about a Bitcoin reserve until you understand how it all works. That's the message that he was sending. And I think it's awesome that he's going to remain in the position to overlap so there's continuity, right? Because if he didn't, whoever they brought in would just make some brash moves, and that's not what we need. Not what we need. I think the boldest mistake that's going on right now is attacking other economies when our economy right now is $36 trillion in the hole and growing. It's insurmountable. It's insurmountable. You're running around talking about $20 billion investments in the United States, $40 billion investments in the United States. That's great. We owe $36 trillion. How do we owe so much money and we still give all these other countries money? I'm straight up. Yeah, stop giving these other countries money. Then Muskrat gets out there and he's talking about, yeah, we're probably not going to find $2 trillion, maybe one. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, you lied. You lied. I'm telling you, it's those kinds of mistakes, those kinds of faux pas that people are going to get tired of. And they're going to start seeing through it. And they're going to start saying, oh, you didn't mean what you said. You're not going to be able to do what you said you were going to do. Oops. And that's not a small thing. That's actually a very big deal to not be able to deliver on what you said you were going to deliver on. 100% agreed, sir. Clean your house first. That's right. What am I missing? XRPL, Ripple is the L1. RLUSD is an L2. Yep. XRP is an L2. Yep. XRP has nothing to do with RLUSD. No, that's incorrect. there's a direct tie between the two, right? Because DMAC, tell me, one is getting paid. Was it Bitcoin reserve? Give me a minute about the Bitcoin reserve. I think the fees for RLUSD transport is going to be paid via XRP. So there is a slight tie between RLUSD and XRP. So that's cool. There you go, as gas. So cool, right? Not a big deal, not a problem, actually a good thing. That's why I'm saying Ripple as a company is going to do well. Sooner or later, they'll go IPO. You'll be able to invest in the company as well as you'll be able to invest in the coins. Question is, like, you know how I tell you guys, do I want to invest in a company or do I want to invest in the coin? And then it's, do I want to invest in both, right? To kind of hedge my bets. Because you invest in the company's stock could take a hit, but the coins could be moving just fine. Right? Because stock market prices are based on hearsay, in my humble opinion. They're based on hearsay. What people think it's going to do. And then, oh, it didn't do that. Oh, I'm going to pull my money out. It's based on hearsay. Based on good old hearsay. Do you think the USA selling Silk Road is what's making... They're not selling. They got permission to sell. They got permission to sell. I didn't see anything about them selling yet. They could have. I mean, I've been nose down, doing work. I didn't, but I haven't seen anything in the news. Oh, that's freaking awesome. There's going to be big economic changes because of the Cali fires. Beyond the economic impact from the California fires, I can't even fathom. I had to call family. Insurance companies were quietly changing their policies. A lot of those people they don't have policies that cover something like this. Natural disasters, they don't have a policy that covers something like this. The economic hit to California, the 5th largest economy in the world. Go look it up. It's the 5th largest economy in the world. That's a major hit. Insurance companies, financial companies. I mean, Citi had put it at $10 billion already as a hit. Other companies are saying you just can't put a number on it right now. They're saying that because they're crying about what the numbers could possibly be. So they're not even covering everything that they used to cover, but just based off of what they're covering now, they don't even want to talk about it right now. They don't even want to talk about it yet. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It's not going to be easy. So yeah, a pause. It's going to be a ridiculous hit. Now, here's something else to contemplate. All around the country, insurance companies have been changing their coverages, right? So what kind of price increase are we going to see in insurance? Now, here's something for you to think about. What's the whole point of insurance? You're saving money, right? You're not really saving money, but you're putting money away so that if something happens, you have money to pull from, right? And the money that you're putting away is a lower amount than what this would be. Imagine what insurance looks like when crypto replaces it. Yep. What does insurance look like when crypto replaces it? I mean, you hear the term all the time, self-insured. Person makes enough money, they don't have to worry about insurance. Self-insured. I mean, think about the racket that the insurance companies have had for like forever. Well, if you have a car, you must have insurance. If you have a house, you must have insurance. Unless you make that kind of money, you can be self-insured. Well, what would it take to be self-insured? As people make more and more, investment choices, better investment choices, make more money, things like that are going to change. Now, here's something to contemplate. And I've been saving this for a while. You have all these large companies out there going out there and buying up single family homes. Natural disaster hits. Do you think they're going to rebuild those homes? Do you think they're going to rebuild those homes? No, they'll leave them like that. In my humble opinion, I think they would just leave them like that. Take the write-off. What kind of insurance do you think they're going to cover? The bare minimum. They'll rent it out to somebody, bare minimum insurance. They're making money off the monthly. They're not going to care. I don't think they're going to care. So I think insurance winds up going, if insurance did not exist, banks would not loan money. That's dead on. That's dead on. But how does blockchain, how does crypto, or how can crypto affect the insurance industry is what I'm talking about. Everybody's just thinking DeFi. I'm thinking insurance too. I've been thinking, because insurance is a part of the financial institutions. That's a part of finance. People forget about insurance and they always push insurance to the side. They always call it insurance. But insurance is money. Anything touching money is a financial institution. They're just not worried about, year over year. They're worried about 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. They play the extremely long game. Extremely long game. Just making sure I don't miss anything. I hold XRP. I just look at pros and cons on every single product. Yep. As you should. We all have different ways that we look at different things, right? I don't knock that. I might learn from how DMAC does things. I might learn from how Hutanic does things. Admittedly, I do not know as much about Cardano as Hutanic. I don't know as much about XRP. I mean, I know a lot about both of them, but I don't know as much as those two dudes, respectively, know Cardano and XRP. I know enough to make a good decision for my finances. And I move on. I don't want to be an engineer. And DMAC, I did notice that you said you use AI to write TSQL all the time. I'm actually working on an engagement right now where we're using AI to actually analyze existing code to tell us what the lineage is and what we have to do to make changes to affect certain things. It's kind of a dope project. So yeah, I mean, now you got, keep saying 15 minutes a day. Who's pledging 15 minutes a day to do research, to do your own research? 15 minutes a day. That's all I'm asking for. Who's pledging? We had a whole bunch of people pledge yesterday. Who's pledging today? DMAC, you don't count. Hutanic, obviously you don't count. VJ, you already promised. Who else is going to promise? Who else is going to step up? Paula, you don't count. Everybody that's already said that they'll do it, you don't have to worry about it. But I want to know, I want to see a daily report telling me, hey, I did my research today. Because I think over a week, 2 weeks, a month, you're going to, for those that don't actually chime in, who don't actually chat, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable hopping on and chatting. So Dynasty Visions is in on it. I'm telling you, 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, we'll do it. No, crypto. Good try, OBG. Good try. No, it's all about crypto. Ham's house. Oh, you did the research. That's what I'm talking about. I need to know that you're doing research. Because like I said, over time, doing that 15 minutes a day, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and invest deliberately. That's the first leg. You have to. Got you. Sign me up. That's what I'm talking about, OBG. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, When I ask you to do that 15 minutes, what am I really asking you? I'm asking you to invest in yourself. It doesn't cost you a goddamn penny. Invest in yourself. Take that 15 minutes a day, do the doggone research, and then see how that builds over time. See how that confidence builds over time. Because as you're doing that research, you'll start to understand your entries and exits. Oh, Hutanic, there's no doubt you have OCD when it comes to research. There's no doubt at all. None. I'm actually happy about that. My guys know that I'm shooting live right now, but they'll still drop me notes. They don't care. They could care less. It's like, no. Because he's literally having stupid fun right now. He's sending me screenshots of what he's working on, and he's just like, yo. And he's teasing me. He did send me a link. I could actually go look at it now. So, which tells me that big baggers, on Sunday, I will have something to show you. For everybody that's not a big bagger, I strongly suggest you become a big bagger. The next big bagger video conference call is this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when all the big baggers get together and we compare notes and we talk about stuff. This weekend we'll be talking about, the digital assets in the big bagger index. That's what we'll be talking about. Because I think there should be a big bagger index. I actually created one, the math behind it and everything. But I want to see what the big baggers actually say because I want the index to reflect what the big baggers are thinking. So there'll be a specific big bagger index. Isn't that cool? It's just going to be a way for us to view what's going on with that particular index. And I want to watch that index over the next year and see how it performs. It's kind of hot. I kind of really like that idea. Okay. That's a quarter in the bad word jar. What bad word did I say? And by the way, I don't have a jar. I have a barrel. Ask my mother. I gotta walk when I go to her house. I gotta walk around and duck. Hutanic, you're still in the corner. I don't even know why you're allowed to talk right now. Oh my God, you're ridiculous. What else do we have? Trading Maverick. I had an accountability group in the past, and it was either you were red or green on the day. You either had done your 5 tasks for the day, money, business, family, body, mind, spirit, or not. Yep, it's pretty cool. So we're doing the same thing. Is it recorded? Can newbies review previous meetings? We do have a couple of the previous meetings recorded. We haven't put them up yet. Actually, on YouTube, there is one. But we haven't put them up yet because we want to put them on the new platform, which is what we're building. And then it'll be only big baggers will be able to see it. Isn't that cool? Only big baggers will be able to see it. So the big baggers will get a group, go for Tima for $120, knock yourself out. She did. That's why she's asking. She did. She absolutely did. She's a big bagger. So the other part is that on the new platform, we'll be able to see right there who's a big bagger and who's not. So right now on YouTube, on Instagram, on all the other platforms, you can't tell who's truly a big bagger. You can only see a couple of people that are big baggers. On our site, you'll be able to see who's a big bagger. That's why all of the chats, all of this is going to move over to the site. We'll do it gradually, but all of this is going to move over to the site. And then I'll turn off chatting everywhere else. It'll be over time, but that's what I'm doing. You guys are hilarious. I'm responsible for managing a lot of people's funds, so I must stay on top of things. Yup. I'm in charge of managing a lot of people's funds. Told you, I'm not living for my first name. I'm living for my last name. Living for the last. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. What's really cool is, when we have the big baggers, we'll be able to see who's a big bagger and communicate with each other, both directly, and within our separate feed, our separate group. So that's what's really cool. I told them around Christmas they're on their own. Cash out now. Hold on to your own. I doubled your money, so yeah. Sometimes you got to do things for yourself, or you risk getting burned out. That really is true. So, what do we have going on today that's like impactful? Fidelity's prediction about a new wave of inflation, and that's something else. That's really the thing that I think this new regime mess up, and that's why the Fed said what they said, because their mandate is handle inflation. And you talking all that kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything, and that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. Playing the inflation game, Jerome Powell does not have an easy job. He does not have an easy job. At any given time, half the people don't like him. The other half do, and then flip the script. Then the other half of the people don't like him, and the other half do. He does not have an easy job. But I am thankful that he's doing it. I'm thankful that, the Fed in general is doing what they need to do. But when you look at some of these contradicting, ideas that are being put out there, we're going to do a Bitcoin reserve. So out of nowhere, you're just going to create a Bitcoin reserve. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand the impacts? Right? We're going to introduce these budget cuts. Do you understand the economic impact and what that could do to inflation? We're going to introduce tariffs. Do you understand what that actually does directly to the economy? Headwinds for sure in that space. And that's why I pay attention to all these different things. How will I be able to manage my money? Right? How can I manage my digital assets? Because I'm like, if I put everything into a digital asset, that's going to be a lot easier for me. Why do you think I keep telling people, host your website with me, please, so you can actually accept crypto? Because you get enough businesses accepting crypto, now you don't have to deal in fiat. Because all these businesses accept crypto. Oh yeah, I can take crypto on that. The crypto will fluctuate, its denominator will still be based on fiat, but you're paying the equivalent of. So you can leverage your crypto. All done. I don't need to muck around with fiat. Now you know why I pay attention to all this stuff. You start to get all these colors, and you start to get all these little dots, and you start to put them together and it paints a beautiful picture for you. Sometimes not beautiful, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Only thing standing between me and being a big bagger. Luther, go take your little behind in the corner. Go take your butt to the corner. What's up, Joaquin? It's all good. Did you talk about Circle donating $1 million? No, because it doesn't affect my bag. It does not affect my bag, so I don't care. It is a fact, but I don't care. Because a lot of big businesses did. Circle did. All the Mag 7 did. Apple did. Part of the Mag 7. So you can see what happened. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It doesn't affect my bag. They're lobbying. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They are lobbying. I think the company that's going to take the biggest hit is going to be Facebook. He could do all the right things. Zuck could do all the right things right now. He's going to take a hit because he's not the favorite. Muskrat is, which means X is. See where that's going? So Facebook's going to take a hit. So from a monetary perspective, if I'm holding Facebook stock, yeah, I'm not going to be holding Facebook stock for long. I'm going to be like, yeah, nah. Be like, how can I get in on this blue sky thing? Facebook is about to become a cesspool because it's going to look just like X. Misinformation, all that stuff. I think we're going to have an easier time policing that because as a community, we're not going to go for that. We will call you out in a heartbeat. Do it too many times and we'll just boop. I'm sorry. Ding. Knock you right out. Mortgage rates went up. Yep. There's tremendous risk going on right now that people are not really comprehending. Tremendous risk. Tremendous risk. Energy prices, insurance problems, not just from the fire. They're saying that our next pandemic could hit within the next 10 years. That's why I wrote a couple of articles a few days ago about what's going on in China. You have things popping off that, no bueno. No bueno. For real, for real. So, oh my good Lord, would you two cut it out? Only thing. I missed a comment because I was like, why did Hutanic say that? I missed a comment and there it is. Wow. Wow. Cut it out. So yeah, when you're looking at the news, Fidelity predicting, Cardano partnering with FC Barcelona, Citigroup saying that Ethereum and Shiba Inu, because they're calling out those coins, but I can see why they're calling out those coins and saying they're the keys to the alt season revival. I can actually understand it. Big bet the biggest meme coin out there is Doge, but I don't even consider Doge to be a meme coin. I really do think of it as a shit coin. The real meme coin I look at that I don't even call a meme coin because it's got its own ecosystem. They're doing a whole lot of stuff is Shiba Inu. So I look at Shiba Inu and I look at Ethereum and I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why those two coins, why they could call out those two coins. Standard Chartered making moves, BitGet Wallet introducing on AI trading zones, Solana limit orders. That's a big deal. I just missed that. And then Block doing what they're doing. You're just starting to see all of the maneuvering. You're seeing all of the maneuvering. Take the crypto stuff. When you do your research, take the crypto stuff and look at that, and then look at the normal markets and go, well, does anything over there affect over here? Yes. Remy 22 Rosie was good. So yeah, you can see how things get affected. The fires in California. Literally the water problem in Hawaii. Nobody talks about it, but there's a water problem in Hawaii. There's a water problem in Ohio. There's an insurance problem going around. Already before the fires, there was an insurance problem all across the country. Home insurance, car insurance, all across the country. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of risk out there. And you'd have to say, oh, that's a risk. Let me write that down. That's a risk. Let me write that down. That's a risk. Let me write that down. These are macro events that can affect your bags, right? These are geographic events. Right now, these are things that are affecting the United States. But what affects the United States is going to affect other countries. What affects other countries in major ways is going to affect the United States. India trying to move to, the e-rupee. Are you serious with that? Who's going to accept that for payments? The United States? You're doubtful, son. You better figure that out. How many more millionaires are going to leave whatever countries? So the United States is seeing an influx of millionaires. Other countries are seeing it, an outflow of millionaires. I mean, don't get me wrong. The United States isn't the only country that's seeing inflows, but there are countries seeing major outflows. Trying to crack down on how much of your digital assets you can ship out is another big deal, because they already limit you on how much yuan you can actually extract. Just saying, there's a lot of stuff going on. Excuse me. People that have lived, I'll change that. People that live at the upper edge of their means are about to get destroyed. Yeah, I'm not wishing on them, but yeah. No, let's not imagine that. But yeah, when you think about, That's why I said you have the wealthy, you have the wealthy, it's about this big. You have the rich, and then you have the poor, right? Like this big. The rich are split up between two sets: the people that are about to be wealthy and the people that are about to be poor. When I say that to you, I mean it dead straight up. I mean that the people that are about to be poor, that's going to be it. Then it'll just be the wealthy and the poor. Think about everything that's going on money-wise. The gap between the wealthy and the rich and the poor. Middle class, yeah, no, that's cute. It used to be. Leroy, do your own research. There are several different news feeds. You'll have to go to several different sources, and it's not about the source. It's about the news that they're reporting and that particular reporter. Because I really don't see anybody that's, 100% reliable. So I do my own research. I'll create an article, and I share it with you guys. Boom, done. You're going to have to go out and aggregate news, flip through news, find a news aggregator, flip through it, sign up on RSS feeds, things like that, and you'll be able to get your news. CMC has a good news aggregator. CMC has a good news aggregator. I think CoinGecko does, but I can't be 100% sure. Cannot be 100% sure. There's another one that has a news aggregator, but I won't talk about him because I've reached out to him for to see if I could get our articles in that aggregation service, and they never got back to me. So I'm like, I'll never mention that name again. Screw them. VJ, you're absolutely right. It's time to dollar cost average. Dollar cost average. The people right now that are investing in crypto, that have already invested in crypto, already bought in to investing in crypto, I think those are the people that are going to survive over time. Now, here's something for you. I don't think that the wealthy are safe. People are probably sitting there going, what the hell are you talking about, bro? I don't think the wealthy are safe. A lot of wealthy people tend to put their eggs all in a single basket. A lot of wealthy people don't know how to get back up after they've fallen down. Those are some serious skills to have. You gotta know how to get back up after you've fallen down. You must. So by me telling you to invest in yourself and do that research 15 minutes a day, let that grow over time naturally, you'll naturally want to do that research. If you do that over time, your first investment is to yourself. That's one of the most powerful tools you have to getting back up if you get knocked back down. It's a skill that won't leave you. I know a lot of wealthy people that can't do what they did that made them wealthy. Because they were born into it. Trying not to be mean, but yeah, there are a lot of wealthy people that wouldn't know what to do with themselves if they lost it all. That is why a person should not put all eggs in the same basket. That's right. My mother used to tell me that all the time. And she would get on me about it. She wouldn't just tell me about it. She would get on me about it. Like ride me about it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, boy. You know where she got it from? My great-grandma. My great-grandma. The pillar of our family. That's what I'm talking about, right? Wealthy people tend to lose sight of what got them there because their ivory tower is too tall. Oh my God. Ding. That's the one. They become so far removed. Now, they either have enough money where they will be safe, but some of them can fall down. You start to think of them as the tutors, right? You're just fighting amongst each other. Just saying. Just saying. But if you're investing in crypto right now, I think you have the strongest chance to do well because you're doing a few things. You're realizing I'm investing in myself, I'm investing in my future, I'm investing in my family's future. And you don't want to know what else? I'm probably living within my means. I've already got my eye on the prize. If I've got a mortgage, I'm trying to get rid of it. What's the first thing you're doing? I'm trying not to have a car loan. You're cutting certain things off. You're just saying, oh yeah, no, I don't need that. You're realizing I don't need to buy stuff. Stuff is not the way to go. I'm investing in my future. Oh, Hutanic, absolutely. Socially out of touch. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. So yeah, when you look at the news, I brought you, if you've looked over the past few days, I've brought you news that kind of comes in chunks. So today we had a lot of gaming news. We had a lot of institutional news. The other day it was a lot of government news. You start to see those things come together. And you start to be able to paint pictures. You start to go, oh my God. It comes vivid. It comes like 8K vivid. Those deep blacks, those bright colors. Just saying. It gets there. So 15 minutes. When we start the show, I'm going to start asking everybody, hey, do me a favor, raise your hand and tell me if you did your research. Tell me if you did your research. Even better, what I'd really like is, yeah, you know what? I did my research today and here's a topic that caught my interest. Not even that we have to discuss it, but here was a topic that caught my interest. Just saying. Yo, you know what, Lex? For real. Stuff is the worst. Americans even love to keep their useless stuff in storage and pay more than it's worth to keep it in storage. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what stuff do you need? When I used to speak with kids about, taking their athleticism from high school to college, I would tell them, don't think about anything else. I just want you to think about one thing. And they would go, what do you want us to think about? I want you to think about the kind of life you want to live. Don't come off and say, oh, I want to be filthy rich and I want a Bugatti and blah. No. Be realistic. What kind of life do you want to live? What life would actually make you happy? Right? What life would make you happy? And then you walk backwards from that point. It's just like accounting. It gives you a straight line on what you have to do to achieve it. You say, this is what I want to achieve. You walk backwards. That's a straight line. If you go forward, you tend to go like this. You tend to go off on tangents. But if you go like this, you can say, oh, because people always say, hey, you're off your path. What path? You have to have a path. This is the path. So it's the same thing with investing. I'm trying to give you the path. The GMB 3. Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and invest deliberately. That's the path. That's the path. So now I'm riding you to join me in doing at least 15 minutes a day, investing in yourself to do your own research. It's not hard. D. Hughes is in on it. That's what I'm talking about. People that are on that path. You mean the wrong path? Yeah. Spend $2,000 a year to store $300 worth of crap. Yep. That's the wrong path. What kind of life you want to live? What kind of life you want to live tells you how much money you need to live that life and keep earning to maintain that life, right? And then looking backwards will tell you what it takes to achieve that life. And now you've got a long-term plan. Sort of like, I want to play baseball. Well, that means you're going to have to practice every day. You're going to have to get your schoolwork done every day. You have to go to practice every day. You have to do all these things every day to be able to get there. Are you willing to do that? No? Then shut the hell up. You're not playing baseball. Got to be able to put the work in. You got to put the work in. So I'm asking you 15 minutes a day to put the work in. Once you don't do your own research, that's right. I'm going to lecture you. That's right. I'm not going to lecture you. Your pocketbook is going to lecture you. You being unable to make moves will lecture you. You not understanding how the market is moving and why will lecture you. I won't have to lecture you. I probably will anyway, but I don't have to. You'll see it. You'll see everybody around you doing what they're supposed to do. Sounding smarter when they're talking. Having real conversations about things that they want to learn about. Teaching somebody else about what they've learned. Just saying. I won't have to lecture you. Your conscience will lecture you. Why didn't you do that? It's not like I'm telling you to go to the gym. I'm not telling you to go to the gym. I'm telling you to whip out your phone while you're on the potty and just go like this and do your own research. 15 minutes a day. It's not a lot. I promise you it's not a lot. It's not a lot of time. Right? Paying too much stupid taxes forces me to go hard on my research. Something clicked in your head and you were like, yeah, I am so tired of this. And that's how you did it. The throne, as they say. But let's get to the answer. All right. So, do you think gaming will make a comeback in 2025? 68% of you, we got 19 votes. 68% of you said yes. No was 21% and other was 11%. We have one error on the other though, because it was a thumb thing, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. I think gaming is going to make big moves. I think gaming is going to make big moves. You're looking at AI getting involved in gaming. You're looking at the metaverse. There are just so many things going on in gaming that people aren't talking about. And I'm not talking about pay to earn, play to earn. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real stuff. Real stuff. Joaquin, I'm not answering you till Sunday. NFT is going to make moves too. Yep. I just told you tonight how FC Barcelona is partnering with Cardano to step up their NFT game. NFTs are making a big move. I'm waiting for NFTs to go beyond. There are certain car manufacturers that are leveraging NFTs to track, cars and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty dope. I think NFTs are going to make a move. Memes, not so much. I think memes are going to wind up being Beanie Babies. At some point, I think they're going to wind up being Beanie Babies. When people start getting serious about it, they're going to be like, I ain't got no time for no damn memes. So I think at that point, it'll wind up dying out. Or at least we'll have far less meme coins being created. How's that one sound? Gamers are not happy about the Windows 11 migration, so it would be the time to move. Yeah. And there are a lot more people getting involved in the whole, metaverse thing now. A lot more people. See, Joaquin, this is why you're in the corner all the time. This is why you're in the doggone corner all the time. He likes pet rocks. Everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your kids, your rat, cat, dog, whoever can read, whoever needs to make money. Have them sign up. All right? We're doing big things in this community, and I love the way we're moving. Everybody have a great night, and thank you for your time and your patience and your trust.